You're listening to the Stewart Media and Entertainment Network, home of the #1 sports talk show on the planet, The Doug Stewart Show.
This is a revolution in radio, the realest, trillest sports talk show in America, The Doug Stewart Show.
Broadcasting live Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. to noon Eastern Time, exclusively on the Stewart Media and Entertainment Network.
This is sports talk for the people.
Follow Stewart Media and Entertainment right now on Facebook to stay connected and locked in for upcoming events like the Couples and Cocktail Series, viewing parties, and much, much more. Up next, get ready to ride raw with the Doug Stewart Show.
This is sports talk with hot sauce, Texas Pete hot sauce, the Doug Stewart Show.
Exclusively on the Stewart Media and Entertainment Network.
Yes! The wait is finally over. Baseball season is here at last, and the excitement continues all season long at DraftKings.com, the official daily fantasy partner of Major League Baseball. Daily fantasy means no season-long commitments, just instant cash, instant gratification. Why wait until the end of the season to claim victory when you can win huge cash every day? At DraftKings, it's like a brand new season every time you play. Just select 2 pitchers and 8 position players, stay under the salary cap, and you could be on your way to an enormous payday. Last year, Peter from Colorado won $1 million at DraftKings in one day, just playing fantasy baseball. Hundreds of thousands of fantasy sports fans just like you have already cashed in at DraftKings. Now it's your turn. Hurry to DraftKings.com now and enter promo code SPREAKER to play for free. You could win part of $300 million in prizes being awarded this season. Use promo code SPREAKER for free entry now at DraftKings.com. DraftKings.com, that's DraftKings.com. This your boy Doug Stewart for my folks at System 5 Electronics. They're proud to offer my listeners here in the Metro Atlanta area all the way down to Macon, Georgia, the most affordable home security monitoring systems, featuring smart solutions for that busy lifestyle you lead for as low as $16.50 per month. Here's some of the reasons why you should choose System 5.
Hi, I'm Maceo Brown, President and CEO of System 5 Electronics. We take pride in making sure that security is the #1 thing that we do. And thanks to you, the customer that has supported us, we have grown this company in Southwest Atlanta where we're creating jobs and opportunities.
Not only is their monitoring station here in Atlanta, but they also install the most advanced, up-to-date alarm systems where you can access cameras, lights, door locks, thermostats, and other devices remotely with your smartphone. 24/7 technical support, plus the lowest service call fees in the business. And check this, you own the security alarm system once it's installed. And you get direct access to the owner if you ever got a problem, Mr. Maceo Brown. Click on the banner on the Doug Stewart Show website or app for more details, or give them a call at 404-756-0736. Again, that's 404-756-0736. Or online at System5ElectronicsInc.com. That's System5ElectronicsInc.com.
You will not be able to lose yourself on Skag and skip out for beer during commercials because the revolution will not be televised.
Do you want that real sports talk? Unfiltered, unsanitized? Well, you have found it. This is a revolution in radio. The realest, trillest sports talk show in America.
You better believe it.
Stewart Show.
You better believe
This
it.
is sports talk for the people.
Yes, sir.
What's happening? Yeah, what's up? What's up? This is your boy Doug Stewart, man. Thank you so much for joining me on my show. Today's date is April 16th, 2015, but you know what it is. You got to bring it back. You got to bring it back on a Thursday. Yes! Woo! I feel good. I feel good. What up, Stewies? What up, ATL? What up, world? This your boy Doug Stewart. Throwback Thursday. Once again, April 16th, 2015. A lot of great stuff to get into today. A lot of great talk on the Doug Stewart Show, man. Top 5, great top 5. A lot of little interesting talk about the NBA. We're going to get into all of that. We're going to read a lot of chat as we do every single day and do the damn thing. That's what we do around here. Yes, sir. Yeah. NBA playoffs are set. Players Union president goes off. She got some balls. Wait, that doesn't sound right, but you understand what I'm saying. What else? Paul Pierce goes off. We were supposed to get to that story yesterday, but we didn't get a chance to do it, so today we'll definitely touch upon that. He calls himself the truth. We'll talk about that and a lot of other little things going on in the world of sports. But listen, man, if you're new to the show, if this is your first time listening to the Doug Stewart Show, just keep in mind, man, this is the realest, trillest sports talk show in America. I mean, it is. Unfiltered. Yeah. If you heard any of my little rants on yesterday I had I surpassed my quota of rants yesterday. I went off on a couple of different topics that are out there in the internet world, the hemisphere. So, every day, Monday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. right here on Spreaker.com. You need to follow the show. Hit the little follow button on Spreaker, and then you need to jump in the chat room and be totally interactive with all the Stewies. Speaking of which, shouts out to Terrell Scott, That Ninja, Jungle Brother, Mocha Bella, Burn from Jersey. What up, baby? Yes. PSA, I will not be here tomorrow. I just want to let you know that. But guess what? The show still goes on, and I expect the Stewies and everybody in the chat room to just, business as usual. Okay, no live show tomorrow, but it's a replay of the best of the Doug Stewart Show, which there's a lot of best of stuff that we can throw out there. So a best of show tomorrow. I got to go see a man about a horse. I'll tell you about it on Monday. But tomorrow, jump in the chat room and have your sports conversation. I mean, the sports chat and the conversation is a big part of what the Doug Stewart Show is. So continue as usual. All right, 404-382-0338 is the number to the show. You can give me a call, and you can give me your thoughts live, online, on the interweb for the world to listen to, as well as you can email me at doug@thedougstewartshow.com. Pretty much everybody's still reeling about this Aaron Hernandez thing, man. And if you've been under a rock and you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show, if you've been under a rock and you missed the verdict on yesterday in the Aaron Hernandez trial, the former tight end for the New England Patriots, dude is going to jail for life. Life. Who's that, Jodeci? That was
you
Jodeci,
sound
right?
just like him. Like, that's how he sounds now.
Life. I mean, this ninja is going to jail forever. Forever. And the crazy thing about it, man, and I'm starting to hear people saying that this is the dumbest thing that they've heard an athlete doing. And I echo that same sentiment on yesterday. But really, I stopped this morning for a second, and I went back once again and through the whole thing in my mind and talking about how crazy this is. The one thing that all the experts, the attorneys and all the legal analysts or whatever on these sports talk shows kept saying is, there's a great chance that he might walk because there's no motive. There was no motive at all. From the perspective of a rational, normal person. There was no reason that this guy had to do this. I mean, he's an all-pro tight end. He just signed a deal where he's going to make over $40 million, $30 or $40 million. He had it going on once again, and I said this yesterday. He had it going on. There was no reason, there was nothing in the world that Olden Lloyd could have done to make Aaron Hernandez want to kill him, especially looking at his place in life. Just as I just mentioned, looking at his entire resume, there was no reason, there was no motive. I don't care what the dude said. The dude could have talked about his mama. You know, he could have did some mama jokes or whatever all night long, and a lot of people are sensitive to mama jokes. They are. He could have mama joked him to death. Okay? He could have just clowned him. He could have stepped on his new sneakers. Just like bugging out and do the right thing. A dude could have walked down the street and stepped on Aaron Hernandez's new Jordans. And it still wouldn't have been enough of a reason to kill a dude. Not only kill that dude, allegedly, and chances are it's going to come out that he killed 2 more guys. Like, Aaron Hernandez is a freaking serial killer. A professional athlete, a high-profile professional athlete is a freaking serial killer. Like, you couldn't write a script like this. And I told you one of my favorite TV series of all time is Dexter. And Dexter was, he in effect worked on the police force. He was this blood specialist or whatever on crime cases, on murders, and he was a serial killer. All right, and that's a fantastic script. I mean, whoever came up with that had some type of warped sense of reason. All right, whoever wrote that script or whatever. But not even the greatest script writer in the world could write this. Why? And you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show, and if you follow me on Facebook or on Twitter, and you should follow me on Facebook, the Doug Stewart Show on Facebook, as well as the Doug Stewart Show Facebook group. If you follow me and you saw some of the posts that I made yesterday, one thing that really struck me was when the verdict was read, dude didn't flinch. Like, he really took that verdict like a G. And I said in my little post yesterday, I would have been crying like a bitch. I would have been. You going to jail for life. Now, he's been in there for like a year already, so I guess he's kind of used to the atmosphere or whatever. But even that, he kind of had in his mind that he was going to beat this thing. All right, there's no circumstantial, there's no tangible evidence. There's only circumstantial evidence. So in his mind, he was like, man, I'm going to do this little year, and I'm going to beat this thing. I got the best lawyers that money can buy, and that's another story, another conversation we need to have. What kind of damn lawyers he got? What kind of damn lawyers you got that put you on the scene of the crime? That's when it was a wrap right there. But he was probably in jail saying to himself, man, I'm going to beat this thing. It's all good. Yeah, I kill them fools, but they're not going to get me on it. And to realize going from that and to realize that you are never, ever going to see the light of day outside of a fence, all right, of a barbed wire fence, has to be hurtful. I mean, it has to be. Can you imagine what was going through dude's mind last night when he just ran this whole scenario across his mind 1,000 times? Like, literally, instead of getting a verdict of life forever, he could have easily been like on his yacht off the coast of Florida. I mean, he got yacht money. He had yacht money. How many ninjas you know got yacht money that you can just go and ride off on your yacht, have you a yacht party on any day, anytime you want? How many people you know like that? And this dude is looking at a wall. He's looking at a wall for the rest of his life. Wow. Like, it's still shocking. When you sit back and really think about it, it's really shocking. It's crazy. It's unbelievable. There's no reason to kill anybody. Seriously, dude? You watch that many Scarface movies? You watch that many mob movies? You listen to that much rap music, as they would say? Huh? Hey, seriously. And a lot of people were saying that this thing is clinical. That dude is like a psychopath. And he might be. Clearly he might be. Because when they said that verdict yesterday, he didn't act like a dude that knew he wasn't going to ever get outside of jail ever again in his life. He didn't act like that. So I tend to believe there's something really wrong with him. Wow. All right, when we get back from the break, man. Top 5 Martin Lawrence characters of all times. Today is Martin's birthday. He turns 50 years old today. So what we do on the Doug Stewart Show is we celebrate. Yes, happy 50th to Martin Lawrence. So today, we're going to have some fun with the top 5 Martin Lawrence characters of all time. On the show, Martin. You get it? You know, not the Martin movies, but the Martin characters on the TV show Martin. You understand what I'm saying? All right, don't go anywhere. Keep it locked. Sports Talk, Guy Talk with Hot Sauce. The Doug Stewart Show. You've been thinking about starting that online store, right? And you do know e-commerce makes billions a year. That's right. I said billions with a B, okay? A B. Well, just do it and do it right with my friends at AmeriCommerce. AmeriCommerce is an easy-to-use tool to sell anything online, on Facebook, and through mobile phones. Over 100,000 merchants and website owners have chosen AmeriCommerce to handle their stores and customers. They have the most in-depth features in the industry, which include multiple storefronts, website management from one console, a Facebook shopping application, a mobilized, optimized website, and much more. Don't let eBay, Amazon, and Zappos get all the money. Get your piece of the pie, too. Click on their banner link on thedougstewartshow.com or the app link for more details. First of all, thank you for listening to The Doug Stewart Show. Now, if you've been listening for a while, you know that we've grown exponentially over the first couple of months. Whether that's listens, whether that's followers, we're blowing up, and you can be a part of it. If you have a company out there and you like to promote on The Doug Stewart Show, we'd love to partner with you. Here's what you do. Email me at doug@thedougstewartshow.com. Once again, that's doug@thedougstewartshow.com. Whether that's locally, regionally, or nationally, we can get the word out. What you're talking about is middle-aged dudes that love sports and love exciting sports talk. Once again, email me at doug@thedougstewartshow.com. That's doug@thedougstewartshow.com, and we will put you out there, all right? That's doug@thedougstewartshow.com. Let's do some business. Yes! The wait is finally over. Baseball season is here at last, and the excitement continues all season long at DraftKings.com, the official daily fantasy partner of Major League Baseball. Daily fantasy means no season-long commitments, just instant cash, instant gratification. Why wait until the end of the season to claim victory when you can win huge cash every day? At DraftKings, it's like a brand new season every time you play. Just select 2 pitchers and 8 position players, stay under the salary cap, and you could be on your way to an enormous payday. Last year, Peter from Colorado won $1 million at DraftKings in one day, just playing fantasy baseball. Hundreds of thousands of fantasy sports fans just like you have already cashed in at DraftKings. Now it's your turn. Hurry to DraftKings.com now and enter promo code SPREAKER to play for free. You could win part of $300 million in prizes being awarded this season. Use promo code SPREAKER for free entry now at DraftKings.com. DraftKings.com, that's DraftKings.com.
Mrs. Payne, what is this all about?
Oh, don't play dumb with me, Gina. You know damn well what this is all about. You got too much head to be stupid.
Oh, I get it.
Oh, what?
You're mad at me because I don't know how to do Martin's laundry like you do?
You know, don't get flip with me, Gina. I knocked them damn teeth out your mouth. Now you looking like a Hollywood pumpkin. Pow! Yeah! Just solid, Gina.
Look, I am doing the best I can to take care of Martin, okay?
What? Well, let me tell you something. Because that's my boy. I want to come down to my boy. You take care of him. And you remember this. Every move you make, every breath you take, I'll be watching you. Didn't even have a damn nerve to invite me to the wedding. I'm still pissed about that. Thick thighs.
Welcome back to the Doug Stewart Show. Throwback Thursday. Oh, man. In reviewing some of this Martin Lawrence stuff, man, like I almost want to put Martin as a comedy as a sitcom. I almost want to put it as number one all time, man, as far as sitcoms. And we've talked about this many, many times before. Obviously, I'm a Sanford and Son guy. I'm a Good Times guy, Jefferson's guy, whatever, man. But that Martin, man, that show was incredible. Coming in at number 5 on my list of top 5 Martin Lawrence characters on the TV show Martin is Mama Payne. Yes, sir. Oh, Gina, your apple head! Oh, Gina! And I always get a kick out of dudes sounding like grandmamas because my grandmama was very influential in my life. And I think down in the South, man, grandmamas are almost stereotyped because they're pretty similar. Our boy Ricky Smiley does that grandmother character on his show. Has been doing it for many, many years, man. And that type of stuff always just tickles me. And clearly, Martin Lawrence had the same type of grandmama in his life. So number 5 is Mama Payne. Yo, Applehead! 404-382-0338 is the number to the show. This is the Doug Stewart Show, man. I'm going to read some chat here in a second. We're going to talk about the NBA playoffs, man, and break down these matchups, these pairings. We'll also talk about the NBA Players Union president, man. She is off the chain. I'll tell you more about that a little bit later. But quickly, let me talk about these birthdays. Happy birthday to the great Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, who turns 68 years old today. Did you know Kareem's, we always knew Lou Alcindor, right, before he converted to the Muslim faith. We always knew that, right? But did you know that his real name, his first name, was actually Ferdinand? Ferdinand Louis Alcindor Jr., a.k.a. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, 68 years old today. Happy birthday to him. Obviously, I'm a Lakers fan. I think Kareem's the best center of all time. Now, I didn't see Wilt Chamberlain, and Wilt Chamberlain's numbers are just ridiculous. I didn't see Bill Russell. Not the biggest fan of the resume of Bill Russell. That's another story. Obviously, much respect to all of the championships they won. But I'm talking about players that I would take as the first pick in a draft for a center. And Kareem obviously is just fantastic. Still leads the league in scoring. Has the NBA all-time record for scoring. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar hadn't played basketball, I know, in 20 years. And I don't think anybody's going to catch him. I mean, LeBron's like I think I read where LeBron's like at 14,000 or 24,000 points right now. And Kareem finished with over 38,000 points. I don't think we give enough credit to Kareem because of his stature. I think that we regard smaller players, just like they do in the dunk contest, we regard smaller players more highly than we do taller players. But Kareem still leads the league, or is the all-time record holder in points in the NBA a long time after the fact. So happy birthday to Kareem. Bill Belichick, a.k.a. Bill Belichick, 68 years old today as well. Him and Kareem share the same birthday. Reggie Jackson, 26 years old today. You know, that point guard for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Now, I think he's the point guard for who? Who did they trade him to? They traded him to Reggie Jackson. They traded him to, and I'm sorry I don't remember. Oh, the Pistons. They traded him to the Pistons. Luol Deng, 30 years old today. Happy birthday to Luol Deng. Boris Diaw, a lot of basketball players' birthdays. Boris Diaw, 33 years old today. Happy birthday to him. Former Atlanta Hawk, now with the San Antonio Spurs. Akon, 42 years old today. Happy birthday to him. And the final one, man, as we talked about it earlier, happy birthday to Martin Lawrence. He turns 50. Yes, sir. And I looked at some of his movies, and you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show. I looked at some of his movies, some very good movies, some very memorable movies, obviously with Martin, with Bad Boys and Blue Streak, and he was in Life, obviously, one of the main stars in Life, a bunch of great movies, man. But I think everybody, when you think about Martin Lawrence, you think about the TV show. You think about the Martin Show and the characters that he did on that show. So today we're talking about the top 5 Martin Lawrence characters on Martin of all times. 404-382-0338. Also still taking your reaction, man, to Aaron Hernandez. Verdict of guilty on the first-degree life without the possibility of parole. Damn, I know that hit him like a ton of bricks. He didn't act like it. And I remember in, and you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show, I remember in The Wire, this phrase they always used to throw at somebody whenever they went to jail. The phrase was, the only time you do is the first day you go in and the day that you come out. But that doesn't even apply to Aaron Hernandez. He ain't never coming out. He's never coming out. Yeah, it might be your first day going in, but you ain't never going to get the second part of that old of that saying. He ain't never coming out. And deservedly so. The guy's sick. The guy's some type of freaking psychopath, man, that he went on a killing spree and just killed people. And not only that, he's dumb. I mean, all types of evidence. Now, it's circumstantial evidence, but it's strong circumstantial evidence. And listen, I'm a guy that always says, innocent until proven guilty. I really do believe in that. But, I mean, this evidence was just so overwhelming. It was so overwhelming, man. It was just crazy. They had this dude on videotape. They had his old shady-ass girlfriend hiding evidence. And it's just ridiculous. It's just ridiculous. Then you add on top of it the 2 other murders that he's going to stand trial for. Like, why do they do the next trial? And I guess the victims in the next trial, they want some type of justice. They want this proven. They want this to come to light. They want him to be held responsible for it, I guess. But it's a lot of money to be spent in these trials. A ton of money to be spent in these trials. And what's the purpose? He can't get no more than life unless they're going to try to give him the death penalty. Now, if that's the case, I get it. If that's the case, if they're going to try to get, the electric chair or something like that, then that makes sense. And maybe that's the case. I'm not sure. I'm not a lawyer. I'm not an attorney. But, yeah, if he can only get life or life without the chance of parole like he's already gotten this first trial, why would they do this next trial coming up? But if he can get life, if he can get that electric chair, I totally get it. 404-382-0338 is the number to the show. This is the Doug Stewart Show. Anthony Davis scores 31 points, 13 boards, and the Pelicans make it to the playoffs, man. Congratulations to the Pelicans as they beat San Antonio 108-103. Now, San Antonio had their squad up there. San Antonio had a lot of reason to play. They could have elevated themselves 1 seed in the playoffs if they had won this game last night. The Pelicans, man, you watch this Anthony Davis kid. This kid is the real deal. And they showed a clip last night. I didn't see the game live. I didn't see the game in its entirety. But they showed a clip from the game on the Puppet Factory where Anthony Davis got like this rebound and he went from end to end and scored on a dunk. Like dribbling the basketball like a point guard. And you've heard the story. Like when he was like in junior high or maybe even in high school, he was only like 6'2" or something like that. And then he had this crazy ass growth spurt. And so in his younger days, he used to handle the basketball. I mean, unbelievable skill set. And that question we talked about a while back, which one of these younger guys in the NBA would you like to start your franchise with? And I said it. I think I would want to start it with Anthony Davis. Can you imagine the upside for this guy? And what this guy's going to do in his career? He's only like 24, 25 years. He's not even that old. I think he's like 22 years old. Just a fantastic player, man. And you look at this team and, do they have any shot at all to make any noise in the playoffs? In the first round of the playoffs, the Pelicans are going to take on the number 1 seed, the Golden State Warriors. But, I mean, on paper, they got a nice little squad. Eric Gordon, he's one of the nice young players. He's always had a history of injury. If he can stay healthy, man, he's a great player. Nice young player as a 2-guard. Tyreek Evans, he was the guy in Sacramento before he got traded, and his star is kind of dulled a little bit. But, I mean, they got some players. Are they going to beat Golden State? Probably not. Probably not. A team that is ranked number 1 in offense and defense in the NBA, the Golden State Warriors, probably not. But, I mean, it's going to be exciting. And I'm happy, and it was a question about either the Pelicans or the Thunder getting that final 8 spot. The Thunder handled their business, but the Pelicans had the tiebreaker, so they go on to the playoffs, and the Thunder are out. But, I mean, 1 versus 8 with Anthony Davis, they're just too young. They probably won't win, but I think it's kind of intriguing, man. And all these matchups are definitely intriguing in the NBA playoffs. When we get back from the break, we're going to talk more about them. I'm going to read some of your chat. I'll tell you my number 4, Martin Lawrence character on the TV show Martin, and we'll do it like that. Man, we have a good time around here. Yeah, we do. Have you told at least one person about the Doug Stewart Show? If you haven't, shame on you. Yes, shame on you. Tell one person the goal. The goal is 6 months from now, man, to be at 15,000 followers on Spreaker.com. That's the goal, 15,000 followers on Spreaker.com. So follow the show on Spreaker.com, and you also need to download my app from the App Store, the Doug Stewart Show app. All right? You need to have both. It's a long story on why, but you need to have both. It's not that much memory. Go ahead and download the damn app, man. All right, when we get back from the break, man, more fun. I'll read your chat. This is the Doug Stewart Show. Don't go away. Keep it locked. First of all, thank you for listening to the Doug Stewart Show. Now, if you've been listening for a while, you know that we've grown exponentially over the first couple of months. Whether that's listens, whether that's followers, we're blowing up, and you can be a part of it. If you have a company out there and you like to promote on the Doug Stewart Show, we'd love to partner with you. Here's what you do. Email me at doug@thedougstewartshow.com. Once again, that's doug@thedougstewartshow.com. Whether that's locally, regionally, or nationally, we can get the word out. What you're talking about is middle-aged dudes that love sports and love exciting sports talk. Once again, email me at doug@thedougstewartshow.com. That's doug@thedougstewartshow.com, and we will put you out there. All right? That's doug@thedougstewartshow.com. Let's do some business. Yes!
The best of the Doug Stewart Show.
Now, two things, and you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show. First of all, you're going to have us to believe, Shayana Jenkins, you're going to have us to believe that you, a black woman, didn't look inside of this damn box. That's a lie. And then the second big part of this whole thing is you. Come on, Tree. Come on, Tree. What black woman you know in America is going to be told to do something nefarious sounding like that and not take a peek inside the damn box?
You better stop.
You stop. And the second thing Shayana's going to have us to believe is that you took this box that you didn't look in, and you being a black woman, you took this box and don't know where you dumped it at? You discarded this secret box and don't know where? Come on, man. And another thing about black women, and you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show, and I'm an expert on black women. All of the black women I know, and I've had this conversation about, about this Aaron Hernandez trial, and what do you think that his girlfriend's going to do when she testifies, this, that, and the other. Everybody that I talk to, and I kind of get the feeling from talking to black women that they ain't trying to do no time for nobody. Yes.
Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. to noon Eastern. The Doug Stewart Show. Sports talk. Straight. No chaser.
This your boy Doug Stewart for my folks at System 5 Electronics. They're proud to offer my listeners here in the Metro Atlanta area, all the way down to Macon, Georgia, the most affordable home security monitoring systems, featuring smart solutions for that busy lifestyle you lead for as low as $16.50 per month. Here's some of the reasons why you should choose System 5.
Hi, I'm Maceo Brown, President and CEO of System 5 Electronics. We take pride in making sure that security is the number one thing that we do. And thanks to you, the customer that has supported us, we have grown this company in Southwest Atlanta, where we're creating jobs and opportunities.
Not only is their monitoring station here in Atlanta, but they also install the most advanced, up-to-date alarm systems where you can access cameras, lights, door locks, thermostats, and other devices remotely with your smartphone. 24/7 technical support, plus the lowest service call fees in the business. And check this. You own the security alarm system once it's installed. And you get direct access to the owner if you ever got a problem, Mr. Maceo Brown. Click on the banner on the Doug Stewart Show website or app for more details, or give them a call at 404-756-0736. Again, that's 404-756-0736. or online at System5electronicsinc.com. That's System5electronicsinc.com.
Yeah, I'm down here dealing with one of the little boys. Yeah. All right, I get back. So you forgot your locker key, huh, boy? Huh? You forget your head if it wasn't attached to your body, am I right? Well, I said, am I right?
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, you guess so. Let's just keep, come on, kids, let's keep on walking. Let's get to class. Come on now, let's get to class, boy. Come on, you little butterball, let's go. This ain't no peep show. If it was, your mother be here. You are 7 years old, you too damn big. I got some words for you. 2 words. Gym class. All right, work it out, boy. All right, now let's go. Back to you, boy. You see how I got my keys attached to my belt? Now say it with me. That's what you want to do. Attach it.
Attach it.
To your belt.
To your belt.
Attach it to your belt. It ain't funny, boy. Attach it to your belt.
Attach it to your belt.
Now, all right, you laughing and sniggling and everything. That's the problem with you kids now. You sniggle too damn much.
That's your damn problem. You sniggle too much. This is the Doug Stewart Show. Throwback Thursday. Number 4, Martin Lawrence character on Martin. Old Otis. Oh, you want to mess with old Otis, boy? Classic stuff, man. 404-382-0338. You can also email me at doug@thedougstewartshow.com. And said it in the last segment, man, but the NBA playoffs are set, ready to go. You got 1 versus 8. You got the Golden State Warriors taking on the New Orleans Pelicans, man. Obviously, the Golden State Warriors should roll in this thing, but the Pelicans are a young, exciting team. Obviously, probably the best and most brightest young player in the game, and Anthony Davis, so that's going to be kind of intriguing. Then 4 versus 6, you got the Portland Trailblazers versus the Memphis Grizzlies. 2 versus 7, the Houston Rockets versus the Dallas Mavericks. Very interesting matchup right there as well. And you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show. Once again, on paper, Dallas got a shot in this thing, seemingly to me. I mean, they've got some real nice players, some fantastic talent. If you talk about the Dallas Mavericks, obviously Dirk Nowitzki is that dude, one of the greatest players of all times. Then Tyson Chandler comes back from New York. He's playing fantastic. They get Chandler Parsons. He's doing his damn thing. And Monte Ellis and Rondo, when you add Rondo to the mix, that's intriguing. And then the problem is with Houston is you don't know what you're going to get out of Dwight Howard. You got James Harden, one of the best players in the game. Obviously, a guy that's probably going to come in second place in the NBA MVP vote. But so that's an interesting matchup. I think that Dallas might, with a little bit of heart, beat the heartless Dwight Howard-led Houston Rockets. And then you got the Clippers taking on the Spurs, 3 versus 8. 3 versus 5 in the Western Conference. In the Eastern Conference, man, the Chicago Bulls taking on the Bucks, 3 versus 6. How healthy is Derrick Rose? Pau Gasol, the addition of him. Butler, how good can this team be? Luol Deng, can this team make some real noise in the playoffs? So it's 3 versus 6. Intriguing. Jason Kidd, the fantastic job that he's done this year in the NBA with the Bucks. The only coach in NBA history to take 2 different teams to the playoffs in his first 2 years. It's a ball award to them. That's kind of cute. And then you got the Cavs taking on the Boston Celtics, 2 versus 7. Can LeBron James get it done? Can he bring a championship to the Cleveland Cavaliers and to the city of Cleveland? Huh? That's interesting. Then you got the Toronto Raptors taking on the Wizards, triple digits Washington Wizards. Can they make progress? Can they get to the next level? That's interesting as well. And then the number 1 seeded Atlanta Hawks, our Atlanta Hawks, yes, sir, ATL's own, welcomes home Joe Johnson. Yeah, Joe Johnson. It's very fitting. And I'm going to talk to you a little bit later about Paul Pierce and some of the comments he had about his old teammates in Brooklyn. One in particular, Joe Johnson. You talk about no heart. If there was a no heart contest, it would be a battle. The final championship game, the 1 and 2 seeds, would be Joe Johnson and Dwight Howard. Oh my gosh! You talk about a burglar. And the Hawks gave him the money. So I ain't mad that the man got his money. But you talk about no heart and just no fire and no desire to be one of the best and no leadership skills at all. It's Joe Johnson, man. I mean, he might be a great person off the court. God bless him if he is. Once again, God bless him. He got his money. But just zero heart. Zero. Absolute zero. So he comes back to Atlanta. 1 versus 8. The Hawks taking on the Brooklyn Nets. So, man, I am geeked up and ready to go for the NBA playoffs. How about you? Yes, sir. Let me read some of this chat here, man. That ninja, with media coverage being a minority and being famous, he was guaranteed to get convicted. Not surprised at all. Well, yeah. It seems like a lot of times the media is kind of tinted. It's very biased in its reporting a lot of times. I don't think that was the case in this thing. I mean, the fact that he is being a minority. I mean, he killed another minority. He killed a black dude. You got to remember that. From Thel Pay. Would have been in the courtroom with the alligator, tears flowing like a waterfall. Life over. Hernandez should have hollered at Ray Lewis like, bruh, let me get the digits to your attorneys. Yeah, and I heard one of the guys, one of the experts or one of the court insiders, or might even have been an attorney. I don't know. I just have the Puppet Factory on in the background, and I'm not paying attention to it a lot of the times. But one of those guys said that the case was over when Hernandez's attorneys put him at the scene of the crime. You remember us talking about that a couple of weeks ago? When that happened, I said to myself, wait a minute. I didn't go to law school. I didn't pass the bar. I don't know the damn intricacies of law, but I've watched a lot of court and cop TV dramas. And being put on the scene of the crime is like one of the top things they try to do. Whether they got any evidence, this, that, or the other. But being put on the scene of the crime, in effect, it's a rap. And his own damn attorneys came out and said that. Like, what kind of attorneys are y'all? Yeah, it was a rap, man. It was a rap. That was bad lawyering. It was horrible. And I guess they figured this is such a slam dunk case that they had to do something. And if they resorted to saying that our client was at this murder, then you knew it was bad. You knew it was bad. From Detroit, Matt, big ups to the Pelicans and Anthony Davis for making the playoffs. Leon, I said it last week, Hernandez's lawyers were suspect. From Miss Mocha Bella, my top 5 Martin characters, Mama Payne, Otis, Roscoe, Jerome, and Shanae Jenkins. Now, I did this a couple of days ago, and you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show. And I can't remember exactly what the top 5 category was for. But I offered a prize to anybody that could guess my top 5 in order. And I should have mentioned that earlier, but I didn't. But I'll go ahead and mention it right now. I am cutting it off as of this second because you've had enough time. I've already given you a couple. So as a matter of fact, we're going to go back and look at the tape. And from the time that I gave my first one, and we'll go prior to that. Anybody that guessed my top 5 correctly will send you a gift from the Doug Stewart Show. I doubt y'all will get it, though. I've already given you 2. Number 5, Mama Payne. Number 4, Old Otis. So number 3, 2, and 1 are coming up here in a second. From Detroit, Matt, Jerome at number 1, Shanae number 2, Otis number 3, number 4, Mama Payne, number 5, Roscoe. That's not right. Number 5, Otis, number 4, Roscoe, number 3, Dragonfly Jones, number 2, Jerome, and number 1, Shanae. Griff, Dragonfly Jones, Jerome, Snotty Nose Kid. Snotty Nose Kid, that's Roscoe. From Leon, Martin's best character was Jerome. You'll see. So stay tuned to the Doug Stewart Show, and I'll give you my final 3 entrants in the top 5 Martin Lawrence characters on the television show Martin. When we get back, man, I'm just going to read chat. Get your thoughts on the NBA playoffs. Get your thoughts on this Aaron Hernandez stuff. It's just unbelievable, man. I mean, this guy got a bank account with 6 zeros, man. I mean, you talking 8 figures. He's an 8-figure ninja. And he's going to jail for life. Like, what happens to all of that money? Does it go to Shanae and the kid? Or did he even spend all of the money? Did he spend all of the money, fighting this case? Is that going to lawyers? You Got a $40 million deal, man. A $40 million deal. You ain't gonna be able to spend it. What happens to that money? I should have got a lawyer guy on the show today, man. But it's too much fun to get a lawyer guy on the damn show on the Doug Stewart Show today. All right, so more of your chat. More of your thoughts on these sports stories. Happy birthday to Martin Lawrence. Sports talk, guy talk with hot sauce. Don't go away. The show continues. System 5 Electronics is proud to offer my listeners in the Atlanta area the most affordable home security monitoring systems, featuring smart solutions for your busy lifestyle for as low as $16.50 per month. Here's just a few reasons to choose System 5. Not only is their monitoring station located here in Atlanta, but they also install the most advanced, up-to-date alarm systems where you can access cameras, lights, door locks, thermostats, and other devices remotely with your smartphone. 24/7 technical support, plus the lowest service call fees in the business. And check this, you own your security alarm system once it's installed. Not only have they been around for almost 25 years, but their customer service is excellent. And you get direct access to the owner, Mr. Maceo Brown, to resolve any issues with your alarm system. Click on the banner on the Doug Stewart Show website or app for more details, or give them a call at 404-756-0736. Again, that's 404-756-0736. And make sure and tell them the Doug Stewart Show sent you. Yes. This is your boy Doug Stewart, one half of the Two Live Stews. Check out my brand new daily show and podcast that airs live Monday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. on Spreaker.com. That's the Doug Stewart Show daily at 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. Eastern Time, live on Spreaker.com. Or check out the podcast anytime, 24/7. If you not stewing, what in the world are you doing? This is your folk, Doug Stewart. Want to protect you and your family from life's unexpected mishaps? Then join 7. Join 7 is a prepaid legal company under the umbrella of the Protection Group. Join 7 is the only group benefit or motor club in the U.S. that offers auto reimbursement coverage, key replacement coverage, roadside assistance, gives you a current Medi-File, prescription savings, and fully encompassed prepaid legal benefits that include identity theft. They got your back. The average combined cost to purchase these benefits individually is over $850 a year. Join today and take advantage of all 7 for $17 a month. They've been around for over 20 years, so check them out by clicking on the banner link on my page, thedougstewartshow.com, or the app. Just go ahead and join 7. Welcome back to the Doug Stewart Show. And today's date is April 16th, 2015. Shouts out to all my Stewies, man. Thank you very much for being totally interactive and just killing this chat room. Thank you, Stewies. I num new. 404-382-0338. You can also email me at doug@dougstewartshow.com. This segment is brought to you by our friends from System 5 Electronics. They're proud to offer my listeners in the Atlanta area the most affordable home security monitoring system featuring smart solutions for your busy lifestyle for as little as $16.50 per month. Fantastic company, man. If you are pissed off and you think your security alarm system takes you for granted, System 5 Electronics, man, has the greatest customer service in the world. The owner, Mr. Maceo Brown, will take care of you if you've ever got a problem. They've got all the latest and greatest gadgets to protect your home and your family. So give them a call at 404-756-0736 or check them out online. That's probably the easiest way. It's System5electronicsinc.com. Also, man, I'm telling you, I got to tell you this. I'm telling you, if you snooze, you lose. As far as this fight going down May 2nd at the Tavern Restaurant off of Campbellton Road, 5819 Campbellton Road in the SWAT Southwest ATL. Pacquiao Mayweather, $10 pitchers of beer, $5 seafood baskets, $20 at the door. You can get tables in advance. Grab a pen, I'll tell you how you can do that. But you can get tables in advance for $25 and $75. And you're watching the fight. They're selling this freaking fight for $100, man. So get your tickets right now. Call them right now. Got a call yesterday from the owner and said that they're flying out of the door. You snooze, you lose. I'm telling you. The whole Doug Stewart show is going to be there. Me, Tree, Waterhead, Walter, Dwayne Vasson, Gerald Oliveira. We're all going to be out watching the fight. It's going to be a great night. So you can get your tickets right now at 678-904-7041. 678-904-7041. All right, we're talking about the top 5 Martin Lawrence characters on the television show Martin. Number 5 on my list was Mama Payne. Number 4 was Old Otis. I'll tell you who number 3 is in a second, so stay tuned for that. I didn't tell y'all about this. We got so much stuff going on. I mean, really. This is why this is the fastest 2 hours on radio. I didn't even announce and set you up for the BPA award today, or the BPA nominees for the day in the BPA award. So you know what that is, the Boiled Penis Award. It is, and it goes to the person that has done something stupid, done something bad, idiotic, something that we just don't like on the Doug Stewart Show. So your nominees for this week's Boiled Penis Award is Judge Jerry Baxter. He's the judge that presided over the Atlanta school teacher cheating scandal. He's nominated for a BP award. Ron Jaworski, former Philadelphia Eagle quarterback, now analyst for the Puppet Factory, and just really, really throwing some real nasty shade at Jameis Winston, throwing this wild conspiracy theory out there that Marcus Mariota is going to go first to Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I think it's really something personal. Aaron Hernandez is nominated, obviously. I mean, he killed a guy and is convicted for it, first-degree murder. He's never getting out of jail, so obviously he gets a BP award nominee. And then the Tree of Life, man, Tree Taylor. And I mean, I hate to do this, but the people are smoking. Tree has been nominated for a BP award because she called me, I mean, her, in effect, I mean, her boss. I mean, she called her boss a ninja. I mean, how does that happen? Tree, jump on the mic here for a second. And you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, how do you feel about being nominated? I think you've been nominated for a BP award like 3 times. I mean, you haven't won it yet, but today looks very strong. I mean, you actually used the N-word on air, and it's never been done in the history of the world. That's big. I mean, that's big-time news.
Here we go.
That's big.
Never been done in the history of the world. Okay.
Now, and I'm glad I brought you on. I just thought about
Paul
this.
Mooney. All right.
I'm glad I brought you on because I thought about something else that we need to discuss also. A couple of days ago, you were talking about how good your husband's game was in chess. And then me and your husband played a game of chess like over the last 3 days. But we finished the game last night. Now, I'm not an attorney. I'm not a lawyer. I didn't pass the bar like your husband, but I won the game. You do know that, right?
I do know that. Yes. Congratulations.
I mean, shouts out to Charles. Charles is a great guy. And it's nothing personal, but this is what I do. I mean, I'm pretty damn good in chess. I'm not saying I'm the greatest, obviously. I'm not a grandmaster or anything like that, but I told you I'm pretty decent in this game. I am.
I guess you would be. You took 12 days to play.
No, you don't
Ninja.
play. You don't play chess, so you don't understand how it works. I mean, you got days. Games do go on for days in chess. They do. And I kept forgetting to make a move against him the first 2 days, but last night we got on a tear. I had some free time. I was sitting in front of the TV, so I was like, let me go ahead and play this game and finish this game with Charles. And he actually, for my chess players out there, he took my rook very early in the game with one of those, my chess people will know this again, he got me with like one of those little Finciato moves, and he took my rook at the very beginning of the game. And if you lose that big of a piece that early in the game, odds are that you're going to lose. And I found a way to come back and win. So shouts out to Charles.
He took you to task. He wasn't just showing up.
No. I mean, he was good. He was good. Now, we went back and forth. I mean, it was a bloody battle. You know, chess is a war. It was a bloody war.
Say that.
And at the very, very end, the Doug Stewart Show prevailed. That's all I know.
Boo.
Tough week for you. Well, it ended up kind of good. You beat me in and I haven't talked to you about that either. You beat me in Trivia Crack.
I'm going to beat you again, too, so bring it.
Well, I mean, here's something about that. And I forgot to talk about this on yesterday. And people that I had been playing in Trivia Crack, and you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show, people online from the Doug Stewart Show Facebook group may have noticed that I've kind of, like, not accepted your request to play a game. I've kind of backed off from Trivia Crack a little bit.
Why?
Well, and I guess it's just my naivete. I'm from the country, and I really don't. I look at the good in humans, in humans and mankind. And I was kind of told from somebody that plays the game a lot that I'm probably getting cheated on. Yeah, I know.
What?
Not saying you. Not saying you.
It's a lame reason not to play.
Now listen, I'm not going to play anymore.
Scared.
I'm not going to not play anymore, okay? But what I am going to do is I'm going to play now on going forward more so live. I mean, face to face. Because what my boy said, he's been playing for a long time, is, you know, these people playing you have no idea, you have no clue on whether they're using extra lives, extra spins. They got those type of things where you can buy. And I thought about it, I was like, yeah, I mean, that's true. You have no way to verify that. So I think I'm getting cheated by a lot of these people. So I'm not playing Trivia Crack online anymore.
No,
I'm not
talking about me. I am the most.
No, I'm not talking about you, Tree. I am not talking about you, Tree. I'm not talking about you.
Let me say this. Vince from Minnesota, I believe that he is engaging in that. And in fact, I called him on that.
You did?
Yes, I did. But Douglas, I am a true player. I even am tempted to ask, but I don't. And Kayla's like, tell me, Mom, what's the question? And I won't tell her because I cannot live with myself.
Okay, and we're in the same boat. Listen to me, Tree. Stop.
But you're going to play me again, damn it.
Listen to me, Tree. You're so paranoid. I didn't say it was you. I just said a blanket statement. A blanket statement out there. I think that people are manipulating the rules and using cheating methods to beat me. Okay? Not saying that I can't be beat. And once again, I'll play somebody live, but y'all just not going to keep racking up wins on me and think it's cool.
That is a punk move. That is a mark statement. And tell your friend, boo.
Tree, it's not you. Why do you think I'm talking about you?
I don't care if it ain't me. You shouldn't. I mean, who said that? That's some old doom and gloom. Well, you know, Doug.
It doesn't even matter. It doesn't even matter who said it. But I mean, it's true. It's true. And I mean, it's very odd.
Cheating, but
I'm sorry?
Vince from Minnesota, he cheating.
I'm not going to name anybody. I just know that my trivia playing skills are on top. Although I will say this. I hate Trivia Crack when they give me dumbass questions that I have no clue about certain, like one night last week, they asked me 2 damn times in one game a Harry Potter question. Yeah.
You need to be more like
worldly.
Yes, like Kayla said last night when she and I were playing. She's like, if you've been a lot of places and done a lot of things, you really wouldn't have a hard time playing this game.
Yeah.
So
if they asked me good times and Sanford and Son questions, I'd be killing it. When the last time they asked you a Sanford and Son question on Trivia Crack? Huh? You see what I'm saying? It's just like the damn standardized test. It's a bias. It's bias.
You know you can submit questions, Douglas.
Yeah,
so maybe you should submit some.
They are not going to take and use any questions about Rollo on Sanford and Son. They just not. You know they not.
I got one more question before I.
And you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show. Yes, ma'am.
How exactly is one going to play you live?
Well, like face-to-face. Like when we go to the fight party on May 2nd, we can play right there.
Okay.
Yeah, or when, at any place where we're together. We can be having lunch.
It's going down then.
Okay.
Me and you, May 2nd.
Okay, there it is. All right, there it is. There it is. This is the Doug Stewart Show. Yeah. Yeah, I'm kicking much ass in Trivia Crack. And then all of a sudden, I start getting blown out. Not saying Tree is cheating. Once again, not saying Tree is cheating, but, I mean, damn, man. Nah, let's just play live, face-to-face, so I can make sure you ain't using no damn cheat codes on me or whatever. You getting extra spins. You getting extra lives when you miss a question. I ain't going down no more, man. Nah, you ain't just going to keep beating up on me and talking trash to me. And I'm not saying Vince from Minnesota was doing this. I'm not saying that at all. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying in general, I think people have been cheating on me. I'm not saying who. I just think that's the case. Matter of fact, I'm sure of it. Yeah, so we'll play live, but we don't play at all, Ninja. No, sir. No, sir. All right, when we get back from the break, man, I want to talk a little bit about this Thibault-Cephalosha case. Some new news has kind of come out about it. The former, or still present Atlanta Hawks player, former in the sense that he's not playing in the playoffs. But I want to talk about him and the players' union president, man, Michelle Roberts. She's a beast. She got big balls. Wait a minute. That didn't sound right. Figuratively, she's got big balls. I'll tell you about that when we get back. I'll take your calls. Don't go anywhere. This is the Doug Stewart Show. The wait is finally over. Baseball season is here at last, and the excitement continues all season long at DraftKings.com, the official daily fantasy partner of Major League Baseball. Daily fantasy means no season-long commitments, just instant cash, instant gratification. Why wait until the end of the season to claim victory when you can win huge cash every day? At DraftKings, it's like a brand new season every time you play. Just select 2 pitchers and 8 position players, stay under the salary cap, and you could be on your way to an enormous payday. Last year, Peter from Colorado won $1 million at DraftKings in one day, just playing fantasy baseball. Hundreds of thousands of fantasy sports fans just like you have already cashed in at DraftKings. Now it's your turn. Hurry to DraftKings.com now and enter promo code SPREAKER to play for free. You could win part of $300 million in prizes being awarded this season. Use promo code SPREAKER for free entry now at DraftKings.com. DraftKings.com, that's DraftKings.com.
The best of the Doug Stewart Show.
And we getting a lot of chat because Tree made a comment and used the term have sex raw. And just like you cavemen dudes that listen to this show, y'all eating that up.
If you're going to say it right. It's ride raw.
Ooh. Okay, see that, Tree? You can't do that. William Mack, I'm torn on whether or not to nominate Dwight Howard for garnishing his baby mama's bank account for violating a gag order. She was wrong for mentioning his name on that bootleg show, but come on, man. That's the mother of your child? Yeah, and I read the story, and you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show. And it does seem very petty. Dwight's got $1 gazillion, and this chick clearly is just trying to keep her name relevant so that she can continue to get roles on reality shows.
I mean, we talked about this before, and you all jumped on the woman when she ain't trying to work. She's trying to work. Okay.
But she broke the rule. She broke the agreement, Tree. She can get a job. I mean, I guess it'd be less. It'd be harder for her to get a job if she doesn't intermingle Dwight Howard conversation into the talk.
What kind of job can she get that's going to accommodate the lifestyle that he created for her?
Oh, here you go.
Hey, welcome to Chick-fil-A.
What Chick-fil-A it is then? She not attached to dude anymore.
She is forever attached to dude because she rode raw.
Okay, now you really just playing with the people in the chat room and the listeners' emotions. Okay, you know they just pervs like that and they like to hear you talk dirty. You didn't have to go there again 3 times a day on the show.
Yes, you once, twice, 3 times a lady.
Sports talk, straight, no chaser.
What is 911 Tax Relief? It's a tax relief company that can help you reduce or remove your IRS or state tax debt. They'll help stop bank levies and wage garnishments by implementing offers and compromise or penalty abatements. 911 Tax Relief is a tax relief company, but they're different from the others. Their experts are licensed, enrolled tax agents, and they also have more than 12 years experience helping people solve their tax problems. They're a tax relief company that understands how the IRS works, and they'll also put that knowledge to work for you, so they can get you the best possible settlement or solution to your tax problems. Highly rated by the Better Business Bureau, and they've helped thousands of people solve their tax problems. So, don't play around. Click on their link on my website and let 911 Tax Relief help you in your situation with Uncle Sam. Welcome back to the Doug Stewart Show. This is hour number 2. Shouts out to everybody in the chat room on Spreaker.com. Follow the show on Spreaker and then jump in the chat room and be totally interactive. And also, you need to follow the Doug Stewart Show Facebook group page. It's the party after the party. So when the show's done today at 1 p.m. or 12 p.m., all the conversations that we've had today, you can jump in there and continue them. Your BP award nominees are Judge Jerry Baxter over the Atlanta teacher cheating scandal case. Ron Jaworski Baxter put 10 out of 11 people in jail for a substantial amount of time, which is just ridiculous to me. So he's definitely nominated for a BPA. Ron Jaworski gets a Bora Penis Award nominee. Aaron Hernandez, obviously, he's going to jail for life for killing a dude, which he really didn't have to do. And then our own Tree Tail is nominated for a BPA as well. So we'll do that in about 15 minutes. But listen to this, man. According to Tybo Cephalosha, Imperial Antage players for the Atlanta Hawks, this whole situation happened in New York. They're in effect saying that the New York police, goaded them into this and really just pursued Tybo Cephalosha in particular into some type of confrontation, thus slapping them with this obstruction to justice charge, one of those felonious type crazy charges that really you can put on anybody if you want. But at the time of the source says that Cephalosha and Antic were walking down the block to get into a car that would take them back to their team hotel. The source said that Cephalosha did not run toward the cop as the complaint said, that the cops wrote down in their complaint. Rather, the source said Cephalosha turns to him and asked in substance, what's the officer's problem with him? At this point, Cephalosha and the officer got into an argument which led to Cephalosha arrested for obstruction of a governmental function, resisting arrest, and disorderly conduct. All of that sound like bootleg crap. That sounds like some crap they'll pin onto you just to put you in jail when they got nothing else. So I 100% believe that, man. The arrest took place at the corner of 10th Avenue, more than 120 feet away from the scene of the stabbing at the 10 AKA nightclub. Did you hear that? So Tybo Cephalosha, they're going to file a complaint, man. I guess at some point they're going to sue the New York Police Department, man. And rightfully so, and I really do believe it, man. When they just got a problem with you and talking about the police, and once again, disclaimer, not all police are bad. Not all of them are bad, but a lot of them are crooked as hell, okay? And a lot of them got attitude problems because they got a badge. They think they can do anything. They think they're like, invincible. A lot of people have said the biggest gang running around is the police, all right? And that sounds like some old bootleg BS bull. It just sounds like something crazy, just so they can slap on there to justify arresting these cats, throwing them in the back of the car, and taking them to the police station and putting them in jail. It just sounds like an obstruction of justice. What? You're 120 feet away from the crime scene. How am I obstructing justice? Resisting arrest. You damn right I'm going to resist arrest if you arrest me for some bootleg garbage stuff. Oh, I hate it. I hate it. I 100% believe these guys, man. And Michelle Roberts, the NBA Players Union executive, the director, have you heard her? Have you heard her talk? She is hardcore, man. And she says that they are investigating this crime. They're going to get to the bottom of it. She has 100% got the backs of the players in the NBA, man. And she is hardcore. She's hailed as one of the top trial lawyers in this country. And she was actually voted the first female president of a players' union out of the big three sports in this country. And she is hardcore. Some of her opinions, I'm looking at this article from Sports Illustrated from a couple of months back. Here's one of her quotes in talking about players' income and salaries. Why don't we have the owners play half the games? Robert says, speaking to from her Harlem office. There would be no money if not for the players. Let's call it what it is. There would be no money, she added, pausing for emphasis. 30 more owners can come in and nothing will change. These guys, the players, the game will change, so let's stop pretending. Yes! I like your attitude, lady. You're listening to the Doug Stewart Show. Here's another quote from Michelle Roberts. Ooh, I love this lady. I don't know of any space other than the world of sports where there's this notion that we artificially deflate what someone's able to make just because, she said, talking about a salary cap, a collectively bargained policy that in its current form has constrained team spending in the NBA since 1984 and 1985. It's incredibly un-American. My DNA is offended by it. Yes! Where have you heard these type of statements before? You've heard them from Doug Stewart. I love this lady. I absolutely love this lady. Now, you do understand that in professional sports, and I understand that in professional sports, you have to have some type of mechanism in place where that it's fair and spending can be fair and everybody can be competitive. I kind of get that. But the whole notion of free agency is just un-American. It's just un-American. And paying guys on this rookie wage scale and all of that crap is ridiculous. What other business in America do you restrain how much money somebody can make just because all of the owners in the league got together and says we're not going to pay this guy this, more than this amount of money? And it happens in no other form of business in this country. It is totally, and I agree with Miss Roberts, it's totally un-American. It is. So, yeah, she's coming in there and shake it-ish up. I love it. I absolutely love it. Let me grab a call. Caller, thanks for calling the Doug Stewart Show. What's your name? Where you calling from? What you want to talk about?
What's up, D-Stu?
What up? Who's this? Vern from Jersey?
Yeah, what's up, baby?
What up, Vern?
Hey, listen, man, let me get my point across. If you want to shoot me afterwards, man, I'll take whatever
chances are, Vern, you go get your ass shot. But go ahead.
Hey, listen, man. Ain't it kind of funny, right, that how fast they got this case over with? Because, what delayed the case was all that snow up in the Massachusetts area. Because they had, 3 good months of snow?
Right.
So they really couldn't do nothing. But then after the snow went, the case just went quick, right? But look at this. This is what I look at, right? It was wrong for him to shoot that brother, right?
To shoot him? He killed him. What do you mean it was wrong? That's an understatement.
Yeah. Well, hold up, Doug. Let me finish, all right? Well, first of all, right, Hernandez, to me, right, he's in the game, right? So you don't, just like OJ, you don't know who really killed that man, right? So my thing is, right, Hernandez is not a white man. He's a minority, right? So
who killed another minority. Go ahead.
Yeah. So to me, it's like when it comes down to minorities killing minorities, it goes quicker. Well, when these cops are killing these brothers, they taking a long time with it, and then they covering up a lot of tracks.
Well, I mean, I understand what you're saying about the judicial system and how it treats minorities. I understand what you're saying, but Vern, in no way are you saying that Hernandez got done wrong or something in this trial based on the outcome, are you?
Well, as far as the evidence and everything, he got what a person gonna get, because all the evidence was against him. But deep down inside, we don't know if he's covering up with somebody or not, man. Because the way that man went out there yesterday, it's like, well, I did my due gist. You know what I'm saying? I looked out for my people. His game.
So in effect, and let me make sure I understand you correctly, and you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show. In effect, what you're saying is maybe Aaron Hernandez is covering up for the other two guys? Or what? I don't understand what you're saying.
I think so, man, because he got money.
No way, Vern. No way. No way Aaron Hernandez is going to jail forever. And that's why they had these trials separately. That part of the reason why they tried these guys separately is because the other two guys are telling on Aaron Hernandez. And so Aaron Hernandez isn't going to take up for them, for those guys, for them guys. He's not. That doesn't make sense at all, Vern. I mean, I hear what you're saying about, and obviously if you've listened to me for any extended period of time, you will know that I just did it. I just questioned authority. I just questioned the police and what they did with this case in New York with Tybo Cephalosha. I did. I'm a guy that always loved to fight City Hall. That is me. That's in my DNA. But Vern, you got to be rational, man, and reasonable, bruh. Come on, man. Come on, man. This dude is going to jail forever, man, and probably deservingly so. Not probably, overwhelmingly, probably deservingly so, man. 404-382-0338 is the number to the show. This is the Doug Stewart Show. Damn, Vern, you almost got out without getting your ass shot. I just can't let you say no craziness like that. He's covering up for the other two dudes? He's covering up for somebody? Come on, Vern. You better than that. You better than that, Vern. Hey, come on, Vern. And I love you like a play cousin. Come on, Vern. Yeah, I mean, there's one minority killing another minority. All right, so I don't get it. You rooting for the guy that killed the dude in cold blood? That's what it sounded like. Now, you said you weren't rooting for that guy, Hernandez technically, but it kind of sounded like you were. It kind of sounded like you were, Vern. All right, when we get back from the break, all I'm going to do is read chat. I got so much chat, I'm backed up in chat. As a matter of fact, we'll probably just read chat for the rest of the day, and there's so many great stories out here. We got to talk about this Paul Pierce story at some point. I don't know. We'll see. But I know one thing. When we get back, your Boyle Peanut Award winner, as well as your chat. Don't go away. The Doug Stewart Show. What is 911 Tax Relief? It's a tax relief company that can help you reduce or remove your IRS or state tax debt. They'll help stop bank levies and wage garnishments by implementing offers and compromise or penalty abatements. 911 Tax Relief is a tax relief company, but they're different from the others. Their experts are licensed, enrolled tax agents, and they also have more than 12 years' experience helping people solve their tax problems. They're a tax relief company that understands how the IRS works, and they'll also put that knowledge to work for you, so they can get you the best possible settlement or solution to your tax problems. Highly rated by the Better Business Bureau, and they've helped thousands of people solve their tax problems. So, don't play around. Click on their link on my website and let 911 Tax Relief help you in your situation with Uncle Sam.
The best of the Doug Stewart Show.
So, I'm probably 6. So, Jesse Bryant rolls by, and I remember it like it was yesterday. He rolls by in his truck, and for some reason, something in my mind says, pick up a rock and throw it at Jesse. And I hit his truck. And not only did I hit his truck, it was a damn good throw and aim because it hit his windshield and it cracked his windshield. So he stops and jumps out of the truck. I don't think anybody saw me, but he jumps out and Isaac, so your grandson hit my truck with a rock. They had a little conversation. I'm like, oh man, this is bad. This is bad. And sure enough, my grandfather walks up and sees this nick on the windshield. And Jesse rolls away, and I know I'm in trouble. My daddy not around, my mother not around, and my grandfather reaches down, and this is God is my witness. Strike me down right here. My grandfather reaches down and pulls off a branch from a rose bush. Yes, just drags his arm and pulls off the leaves. Thorns are still applied to said switch. You get your ass whooped with a switch is bad enough, but a thorny switch? Oh my gosh. So he commences to busting my ass with a thorny switch. Yes. And you know I was marked up from head to toe. Now, that's probably child abuse. Not saying that what Adrian Peterson didn't do was child abuse either, but that was child abuse. That's a deadly weapon. And this is no lie. You're listening to The Doug Stewart Show. The wait is finally over. Baseball season is here at last, and the excitement continues all season long at DraftKings.com, the official daily fantasy partner of Major League Baseball. Daily fantasy means no season-long commitments, just instant cash, instant gratification. Why wait until the end of the season to claim victory when you can win huge cash every day? At DraftKings, it's like a brand new season every time you play. Just select 2 pitchers and 8 position players, stay under the salary cap, and you could be on your way to an enormous payday. Last year, Peter from Colorado won $1 million at DraftKings in one day, just playing fantasy baseball. Hundreds of thousands of fantasy sports fans just like you have already cashed in at DraftKings. Now it's your turn. Hurry to DraftKings.com now and enter promo code SPREAKER to play for free. You could win part of $300 million in prizes being awarded this season. Use promo code SPREAKER for free entry now at DraftKings.com. DraftKings.com, that's DraftKings.com. Penis taste better boiled.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Today, we are going to begin our study of the male erection. We are adults. Now, I want everybody together to go ahead and say, penis, penis, penis.
Penis tastes better. Penis tastes better. Penis tastes better boiled.
come on, y'all, say it.
No, man. Peanuts. I'm trying to say it as slow as I can. Peanuts. 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 Y'all know what the hell I was saying.
Come on, y'all, say it.
Welcome back to the Doug Stewart Show. This week's Boiled Penis Award nominees, Judge Jerry Baxter, the judge presiding over the Atlanta school cheating scandal, putting these people in jail for using the eraser on their pencils to erase answers. Real jail. Ron Jaworski for just throwing major shade and being a hater of Jameis Winston is nominated as well. Tree Taylor, who used the N-word live on air in addressing her faithful, fearful, fearless leader in Doug Stewart. That's me. And also Aaron Hernandez, man. So this week, your Boiled Penis Award winner is Aaron Hernandez. I mean, I think in any other week, Tree probably would have won this thing. But, I mean, it's hard to beat life in jail, first-degree murder of killing an innocent guy when you got $30 million in the bank, you're a professional athlete, your brand is big as hell, and you're set for life, and you really didn't have to do this, and the argument was over who's going to pay the tab at the bar. It's hard to beat that. I mean, it's just hard to beat that. Like any other time, I think Tree would have won this thing hands down. But just this week is just no way possible. Aaron Hernandez is your Boiled Peanuts Award winner. All right. This is the Doug Stewart Show. 404-382-0338. We're also talking about the top 5 Martin Lawrence characters on the TV show Martin. Number 5 on my list was Mama Payne. Number 4 was Old Otis. Number 3 on my list, I'll tell you in the next segment. But let me read some of this chat here from my man Max Jones III. I remember Martin got high and was running down Crenshaw in L.A. Just say no, bruh. What was that all about? Did he have like a mental breakdown, or was he on like some angel dust or something like that? I would find it hard to believe that a grown-ass man in whatever year that was, 2000, would smoke Sherm. And talking about a guy like Martin Lawrence with his brand. But, yeah, Martin lost it for a minute. RJC, there's no reaction. His ass is gone like Ray Caruth. Leon, skyhook is the only shot that is impossible to stop. Why hasn't anyone ever tried to master the skyhook since? It's a mystery. And talking about Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, today being his 68th birthday, the skyhook has never been blocked. Allegedly, it's never been blocked. And Kareem Abdul-Jabbar perfected it. And really, there's no one that really has used that as their go-to weapon like Kareem did. People have done sky hooks. A lot of times people will do baby hooks. Magic Johnson even used to do a baby hook, they used to call it. So even Shaq has like a faux hook. When Shaq played, he had like this faux hook. But it wasn't like the traditional historical sky hook made popular by the great Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. That's strange. That's interesting. Rel Scott. Kareem at 68 still has more post moves than Dwight Howard. I agree. Bro McDowell, Kareem used to date Pam Grier for a minute. Ooh, yeah. Shouts out to you, Jab. Damn that Pam Grier. Speaking of Martin, you remember when they came back and had the players ball? And Pam Grier was one of the hosts. And Grady, he had this like movie theater or whatever, or the stage theater or whatever, and had to shut down, so they had to come together and in effect have like a rent party and save his theater. The great Pam Grier made an appearance in that. Miss Mocha Bella, I still watch Martin on MTV and TV One. I didn't know Martin was on MTV. Stagger Lee, my grandmama was worse than Adrian Peterson's with a switch, beat that ass. Texas Tie. Coworker said, man, that sounds like, not Big Bird this time, but a mix between Miss Piggy and Kermit. I guess he's talking about one of the Martin clips that I played, talking about probably Mama Payne I played earlier today. Younger brother, Martin classic, but Doug, you got to get a BPA putting it over Sanford Son. No, I didn't say I was putting it over Sanford Son. What I'm saying is it could be talked about in the same conversation with the greatest sitcoms of all times. Like all of the great sitcoms came in the 70s, in my opinion. You're talking about the Jeffersons, Sanford and Son, and Good Times. They all came in the early, mid-70s. Martin is the most recent sitcom that I even have in the conversation with those other three. Just classic, man. Classic TV. I can watch every episode of the early Martins, not the last year or two. The last year or two were pretty bad, in my opinion. That's when Gina, the real Gina, I can't remember her name right now. Gina, whoever plays the role of Gina, she accused Martin of stuffing his tongue down her throat. And so they weren't even doing scenes together. You remember that? That was crazy. And they just lost a lot of luster after a couple of years. From RJC, Jerome has to be number one. Detroit, Matt, I have Martin, number one, my favorite sitcom ever. Ooh. Ronald Cameron, RC's top 5 Martin characters. Number 5, Roscoe. Number 4, Otis. Number 3, Shanae. Number 2, Jerome. Number 1, Dragonfly Jones. 5, Roscoe. No, okay. Miss Mocha Bella. Honorable mentions, Martin characters, Dragonfly Jones. Bob. Oh, yeah, Bob, to work with Pam and Gina. Fred Mack. Martin is number 1 sitcom of all time. Ooh, I just thought about it, and I think we talked about this on our top 5 a couple of months ago, maybe even. The only 2 or 3 sitcoms, and one not as much as the other 2, but the only 3 sitcoms that I'd even put in the conversation once again with the original sitcoms from the early 70s is Martin, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, and Everybody Hates Chris. Everybody Hates Chris. People sleeps on that. That is a fantastic, funny-ass show, and maybe it has something to do with the fact that Chris Rock grew up during the time that I grew up, so a lot of the things that he talks about in this show I identify with. But just a fantastic show, man, and if you don't know the premise of the show, basically it's Chris Rock as like a 10-year-old kid growing up in Brooklyn, New York, or Bedford-Stuyvesant, or wherever, one of them borough places in New York. And so it's talking about his life. And so a lot of the stuff and a lot of the content is all dealing with like hip-hop music and African Bambaataa and little things that happened to a kid in the late 70s. So I identify with it definitely. Fantastic, man. Pam from Martin, she plays his mom. What's the guy's name? Big muscle-bound dude. Terry, what's his name?
Terry Crews.
Terry Crews. Thank you, Tree.
And Tisha Campbell was Gina on Martin.
Tisha Campbell. That's right. Thank you, Tree. And so Terry Crews plays his dad. Just a funny-ass show, man. I don't know if it's syndicated anywhere right now. They usually bring those shows back and forth. So I don't know if it's on anywhere right now. But when they start showing it again, because they will, on one of them black stations, BET or BET TV, one of those shows, networks, you can see it again. From Stringer, bruh man was in the 30 for 30 on SMU getting the death penalty. He played on that team. Yeah, I didn't know that until I saw that the bruh man from the 5th floor or 4th floor, whatever floor he was from, he actually played on those SMU teams, the death penalty, the Pony Express teams from back in the day with Craig James and Eric Dickerson. So that was very interesting. Niner for life. Does anyone remember the mechanic Martin played? What was the mechanic's name? Oh, Elroy Preston. That's right. The great Elroy Preston. Don't you know no good? No good. Yeah. I'm going to put him in my honorable mention. He's not going to be number 1, though. He's definitely not going to be number 1. Who else we got here? I'll read more of your chat when we get back from the break, man, on the Doug Stewart Show. Shouts out to everybody chatting and posting in the chat room. Thank you very much. All right, so when we get back from the break, I'll give you number 3 on my list. And then I may even give you 2 names because we're kind of behind as far as these names on the top 5 Martin characters. of all times. Number 5, Mama Payne. Number 4, Old Otis. Number 3, coming back when we get back. Coming up when we get back. Don't go away, The Doug Stewart Show. First of all, thank you for listening to The Doug Stewart Show. Now, if you've been listening for a while, you know that we've grown exponentially over the first couple of months. Whether that's listens, whether that's followers, we're blowing up, and you can be a part of it. If you have a company out there and you like to promote on The Doug Stewart Show, we'd love to partner with you. Here's what you do. Email me at doug@thedougstewartshow.com. Once again, that's doug@thedougstewartshow.com. Whether that's locally, regionally, or nationally, we can get the word out. What you're talking about is middle-aged dudes that love sports and love exciting sports talk. Once again, email me at doug@thedougstewartshow.com. That's doug@thedougstewartshow.com, and we will put you out there, all right? That's doug@thedougstewartshow.com. Let's do some business. Yes!
The best of The Doug Stewart Show.
Now, 2 things, and you're listening to The Doug Stewart Show. First of all, you're going to have us to believe, Shayana Jenkins, you're going to have us to believe that you, a black woman, didn't look inside of this damn box. That's a lie. And then the second big part of this whole thing is you. Come on, Tree. Come on, Tree. What black woman you know in America is going to be told to do something nefarious sounding like that and not take a peek inside the damn box?
You better stop.
You stop. And the second thing Shayana's going to have us to believe is that you took this box that you didn't look in, and you being a black woman, you took this box and don't know where you dumped it at? You discarded this secret box and don't know where? Come on, man. And another thing about black women, and you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show, and I'm an expert on black women. All of the black women I know, and I've had this conversation about, about this Aaron Hernandez trial, and what do you think that his girlfriend's going to do when she testifies, this, that, and the other. Everybody that I talk to, and I kind of get the feeling from talking to black women that they ain't trying to do no time for nobody. Yes.
Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. to noon Eastern. The Doug Stewart Show. Sports talk. Straight. No chaser.
This your boy Doug Stewart for my folks at System 5 Electronics. They're proud to offer my listeners here in the metro Atlanta area, all the way down to Macon, Georgia, the most affordable home security monitoring systems, featuring smart solutions for that busy lifestyle you lead for as low as $16.50 per month. Here's some of the reasons why you should choose System 5.
Hi, I'm Maceo Brown, President and CEO of System 5 Electronics. We take pride in making sure that security is the number one thing that we do. And thanks to you, the customer that has supported us, we have grown this company in Southwest Atlanta, where we're creating jobs and opportunities.
Not only is their monitoring station here in Atlanta, but they also install the most advanced, up-to-date alarm systems where you can access cameras, lights, door locks, thermostats, and other devices remotely with your smartphone. 24/7 technical support, plus the lowest service call fees in the business. And check this. You own the security alarm system once it's installed. And you get direct access to the owner if you ever got a problem, Mr. Maceo Brown. Click on the banner on the Doug Stewart Show website or app for more details, or give them a call at 404-756-0736. Again, that's 404-756-0736, or online at System5ElectronicsInc.com. That's System5ElectronicsInc.com.
Stop it! Switch it! Jerome's got a new tune. These days, I'm scratching and sampling. I say Jerome. I say Jerome, digga, Jerome's in the house. I say Jerome's in the house. Watch your mouth, without a doubt. Jumping on the top. Fight on.
Coming in at number 3 on my list of top 5 Martin Lawrence characters on the TV show Martin is Jerome. I said Jerome's in the house. I said Jerome's in the house. Watch your mouth. This is the Doug Stewart Show. Thank you for joining your boy, man. I really do appreciate it. Throwback Thursday. All right, so number 5 on my list is Mama Payne. Number 4, Otis. Number 3 is Jerome. And also, coming in at number 2, I'm going to go ahead and give you number 2 right now as well because I kind of lost track of getting these played. So we only have one segment left. But number 2 on my list is Shanae Jenkins. Yes, sir. She comes in at number 2. So you can kind of guess who's number 1. But we'll play a clip from that person when we get back in the next segment. 404-382-0338. You can also email me at doug@thedougstewartshow.com. Let me read more of your chat here. We've been talking all day long about Aaron Hernandez, talking about the playoffs. The playoffs are set, and some of the matchups. I talked a little bit earlier also about Tybo Cephalosha and Michelle Roberts, the new president of the Players Association, man. She is raw dog. I love her. She's just really, she's hardcore. She's hardcore. And some of her comments talking about this case with the New York police, I'm really a fan of hers. And so that's what we've been doing today. So I'm getting your thoughts and your comments on them. Also, I got to talk at some point about this Paul Pierce comments about some of his former teammates in New Jersey. And you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show. And if you listened to me before, I'm not really a fan of Paul Pierce. I really think the guy's an a-hole. I think in front of the microphone and in front of the camera, he says the right thing. So he has this reverence from the NBA hierarchy, from the media in particular. They feel one type of way about Paul Pierce, but he is a bitch. I mean, Paul Pierce is a bitch. Long story short, we're in Vegas. If you've heard the story before, just listen again. We're in Vegas for the All-Star game, whatever year that was, because I don't think they've had it there again, and they probably won't, all those ninjas. But we're in Vegas, and we're playing this celebrity pool tournament, and me and my brother are kicking ass. We win the tournament, actually, win these nice-ass watches, and we beat all kind of like celebrities like Queen Latifah and Ludacris, and Regina King was in the tournament. Like, we beat all these celebrities. We beat their ass. Your boys from the country push a good stick. I'm telling you, literally and figuratively. But I'm talking about pool right now. So we win the tournament, and one of the games that we played was against Paul Pierce and somebody else. I don't remember who it was right now. And Paul Pierce is like talking to me and my brother like some peons. Like, talking to us like, you know, we shouldn't even be in his company. Like, he's so much better than us. And he said some things, I can't remember in particular, but he said some things like, you know, I don't know. But me and my brother, every time he'd say something stupid, me and my brother would look at each other like this dude just don't understand. We not normal radio TV guys. Like, we will kick his ass up in here. And it was very contentious, and he said some things, and then we say something back smart, and it was almost like he was trying to pick a fight with us. And I don't know if he was drinking or what. He probably was. Hell, it was Vegas. That's what we do in Vegas is we drink, and it's the All-Star weekend, and you got a pocket full of money, and so you probably smelling yourself. But he just didn't understand that he was smelling himself with the wrong ninjas. Right. This ain't, I don't know, this ain't Chris Broussard, or this ain't, you know, some other lame Larry, not that Chris Broussard is a lame Larry, or any other journalist out there in the truest sense. No, man. We are the Pitbull brothers. We've been called that, ever since we were like 8, 9 years old. All right? So it was really contentious. It was a crazy, crazy thing, but I'm not a fan of Paul Pierce, but he said some things about his former teammates in Brooklyn. Basically, in a nutshell, he said that Darren Williams, before they got there, him and KG, and you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show, they thought that Darren Williams was an MVP-type player, but when they got there to Brooklyn, they kind of realized very quickly that he didn't really even want that status, that he doesn't really even, from his opinion, want to be great, okay? And I think Paul Pierce can, even though I got beef with him, I think that he could probably talk about this. Paul Pierce really was one of the best players in the NBA for a long, long time. I don't think he's a Hall of Famer, but you know how they do the Hall of Fame in the NBA. He's probably going to get in. He's got a couple of championships, or he's got one championship. So he's probably going to get into the Hall of Fame, okay? And he played for a storied franchise like the Boston Celtics, so he's probably going to get in. So I kind of take credence in what he's saying. He, in effect, said that Darren Williams really has no desire to be great and that they didn't want to practice. And when he says, hey, he's talking about Darren Williams and Joe Johnson. And what he had to say about Joe Johnson is something that we've said for many, many years here in Atlanta, that Joe Johnson just don't got no heart. Like, he barely speaks. He mumbles, and he's always like, I mean, dude, you can't get paid. And the problem I got with Joe Johnson, let me stop right there. And for people that haven't heard this take, and you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show, the problem I got with Joe Johnson is not that he's not a great player. Joe Johnson's skill set was phenomenal. He made a ton of money based on the little bit of things that he did when he was in Phoenix back in the day. So the Hawks and Billy Knight gave him this huge-ass contract. But to get a contract in the money that Joe Johnson got, you have to be a leader. Okay? In my opinion, my humble opinion, you have to be a leader. There's not an ounce of leadership in Joe Johnson's body. Not an ounce. Okay, and yeah, to take the leadership mantle and to be a leader of a team, you have to be somewhat outspoken. I'm not saying you have to be a chatty patty, in the famous words of Damon Dash. What I'm saying, though, is you have to lead. That money dictates you have to lead. You have to be more outspoken, or at least a little bit more spoken than you've been in the past. And that was never Joe Johnson. Just some of the worst spent money that you ever see in your lifetime in watching sports with Joe Johnson. And Paul Pierce basically echoed the same sentiments that we've had about Joe Johnson in this city. He just validated them. Yeah. And he said it was bad. These guys didn't want to practice. They didn't want to talk. And then the crazy thing about it, and you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show, when asked about this, Joe Johnson and Darren Williams agreed. They didn't even fight it. They didn't even fight it. Yeah, he's right. That'll tell you how lame these cats are, man. You know, that'll tell you their heart. Well, they didn't even buck at it. You know, they didn't even buck. They didn't even man, F that injure. I almost did a tree just now. F that dude or whatever. He don't know me. He don't know my heart. He don't know how much I put in this game. They ain't say nothing like that. They in effect agreed with dude. That's horrible. That's bad. I think it just went on a rant. And Joe Johnson just boils my blood, man. Just have some passion about yourself. Have some passion. Have some pride. I can hear my JV coach saying it. Have some pride, son. Have some pride about yourself and what you do. Yeah, Tree, I'm sorry. What'd you say, Tree?
No, I was just making sure you had your meds over there and that bottle of water.
But this is what I do, Tree, and I'm passionate, man, and I hate cats to not take full advantage of their opportunities and their God-given ability. And to hear this stuff about Joe Johnson and Darren Williams, man, it really just pisses me off. Me and the studio audience. Golly, man, have some pride about yourself, son. From Fred Mack, the media, forget them text messages, his own surveillance footage, huh? Come on, man. I guess we're talking about Aaron Hernandez. And my man Vern from Jersey called up earlier. Lightweight kind of defending him. I mean, I don't think he was defending him, but it kind of sort of sounded like he was defending him. From Vince Wright, disappointing Dwight, waste of talent, talking about Dwight Howard. Fat Boy McCoon, everybody think he took us to the finals in 2009. I think he's talking about Dwight Howard. It was Rafer Alston. Damn. Skip to Malou took y'all to the finals, not Dwight, huh? I can believe that. And talking about that leadership. Dwight don't want to be a leader. He's another guy I put into that whole conversation. Dwight Howard wanted nothing with being one of the greats of all time. Had his opportunity. Had one of the legacy franchises in the NBA and the Los Angeles Lakers. And he was scared of Kobe Bryant. He was Kobe Bryant's bitch. I don't want to play. Kobe makes me practice too hard. Kobe expects too much from me. I don't want to play with the Lakers. I don't want to live in LA. I'm a bitch. Accept greatness, man. Accept greatness. That's what we do in the Doug Stewart Show. We accept greatness. Yes! The Doug Stewart Show. Doug Stewart himself accepts greatness. Accept it. Stop being scared, man. And I think a lot of it's got to do with this AAU basketball crap. Ooh! Oh, I got to take my medicine for real today. Ooh, I didn't even see this coming, this tirade, man. That story about the Brooklyn Nets players, man, really pisses me off, man. It does. Dare to be great. Who said that? That was on a commercial or something like that. Dare to be great. Why not?
That's a trivia crack question.
Who said that? Dare to be great. That was a commercial campaign from somebody. I don't know. Well, it's true. Dare to be great. Stop being lame by choice. Dwight Howard, Darren Williams, Joe Johnson. Stop being average. You can be more than average. Why would you want to be average when you can be great? Huh? And an all-timer. It makes no sense to me. I guess I was just raised different. Don't go away, the Doug Stewart Show. System 5 Electronics is proud to offer my listeners in the Atlanta area the most affordable home security monitoring systems, featuring smart solutions for your busy lifestyle for as low as $16.50 per month. Here's just a few reasons to choose System 5. Not only is their monitoring station located here in Atlanta, but they also install the most advanced, up-to-date alarm systems where you can access cameras, lights, door locks, thermostats, and other devices remotely with your smartphone. 24/7 technical support, plus the lowest service call fees in the business. And check this, you own your security alarm system once it's installed. Not only have they been around for almost 25 years, but their customer service is excellent. And you get direct access to the owner, Mr. Maceo Brown, to resolve any issues with your alarm system. Click on the banner on the Doug Stewart Show website or app for more details, or give them a call at 404-756-0736. Again, that's 404-756-0736. And make sure and tell them the Doug Stewart Show sent you. Yes. This is your boy Doug Stewart, one half of the Two Live Stews. Check out my brand new daily show and podcast that airs live Monday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. on Spreaker.com. That's the Doug Stewart Show daily at 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. Eastern Time, live on Spreaker.com. Or check out the podcast anytime, 24/7. If you're not stewing, what in the world are you doing? This is your folk, Doug Stewart. Want to protect you and your family from life's unexpected mishaps? Then join 7. Join 7 is a prepaid legal company under the umbrella of the Protection Group. Join 7 is the only group benefit or motor club in the U.S. that offers auto reimbursement coverage, key replacement coverage, roadside assistance, gives you a current Medi-File, prescription savings, and fully encompassed prepaid legal benefits that include identity theft. They got your back. The average combined cost to purchase these benefits individually is over $850 a year. Join today and take advantage of all 7 for $17 a month. They've been around for over 20 years, so check them out by clicking on the banner link on my page, thedougstewartshow.com, or the app. Just go ahead and join 7.
You know you're wearing the dark. Silent. Silent. Somebody done told you wrong, huh? It's
on. Welcome back to the Doug Stewart Show. Coming in at number 1, all time, technically on my list. Martin Lawrence characters on the TV show Martin is the great Dragonfly Jones. I'm going to post a clip in the Doug Stewart Show Facebook group today after the show of what I think is the best Dragonfly Jones clip of all time. at the ATM where he is where his pupil asking for his money once again. Just classic stuff, man. I don't know. You really got to be talented, man, to come up with this stuff. And I'm thinking that a lot of these things, these characters, Martin actually came up with himself. I'm sure they had writers, but a lot of this stuff I really think is Martin because he just does them and acts them out so perfectly. Like he's been thinking these things or doing these things for his entire life. So, yeah, man, Martin Lawrence turns 50 years old today. Happy birthday to him. Your top 5 Martin Lawrence characters from the TV show. Mama Payne, number 5. Number 4, Old Otis. Number 3, Jerome. Number 2, Shanae Jenkins. And number 1 is the great Dragonfly Jones. Let me go ahead and grab a call. Caller, thanks for calling the Doug Stewart Show. What's your name? Where you calling from? What you want to talk about?
Doug Stewart, what's happening?
What up? T from Huntsville. What up, baby?
Man, enjoying the quickest 2 hours on radio as always. So I wanted to get in on this top 5 Martin characters right quick.
Okay. What you got, T?
All right, man. Hey, quick thing. I had a little deja vu listening to the show, man. I remember back in the day you were playing Words of Friends.
Uh-huh.
I think you took a few ass cousins in that, and you dropped that game too.
Yeah, man.
If I remember correctly, your quote was people that don't know the meaning of the word shouldn't be allowed to play them. If I remember correctly.
Right. Me and ass cuttings, we don't do well together, man. We just don't. And I remember on Words with Friends. With Words from Friends. I was playing people online, once again, just like this trivia crack thing. And I know these people. I grew up with these people. And these people were like in remedial classes. They was in the classroom. With 3 other people. And they were playing words, man, that I knew good and well they didn't know the definition of. So I had to lay off that Words with Friends thing too, man. I don't take ass whippings well, first of all. And then if I think you cheating on me, that's a real problem, man.
Yeah, I feel you. People do cheat in that damn Words of Friends, man. But on that top 5, man, number 5, give me Snotty Nose Roscoe.
Okay, Roscoe.
Number 4, give me Elroy.
Elroy Preston. Yeah, uh-huh.
Number 3, I got Dragonfly Jones, man. You almost make me want to put him up higher, but, every time my man, the pupil came around for his money, my man would dance for about 5 minutes and then get his ass whooped. Yeah. Number 2 is Otis. Yeah, Otis is just freaking hysterical, man. That day security guard will whoop ass after you get done making you laugh.
Right.
And number 1, hands down, is Jerome.
Okay. My two-fist.
Every time he made reference to Pam, talking about that junk in the trunk. Lord have mercy, because she was the finest thing on that show, boy, if you were paying attention.
Yeah. Pam was fine as hell. Pam was underrated. That's what we used to call him when we was on the yard. She was underrated as hell, man.
Very underrated, sir. And according to the Facebook page, just like Doug Stewart's ability to win that trivia crack, I'm gone.
And he's gone. Appreciate the call, Tree. Or T. Let me read more of this chat. From Ronald Cameron, BPA to Ron Jaworski, Fatboy McCoon. I swear they only lost like 3 games when Westbrook had a triple-double. Leon, Hawks about to be one and done. What? Come on, man, Leon. You really don't believe that. And there's some Hawk haters in the chat room. And you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show. My man, Antonio Jackson, I think his name is. He's a hater. But the Hawks aren't going to be one and done. Hawks might even sweep the series against the Nets. Younger brother. So let me get this straight. Westbrook scores a triple-double carrying his team, but his team lost, so the triple-double don't count. Okay. Max Jones III. Dwight is soft. Max Jones III. Westbrook is a beast, no doubt. He can't do it by himself. Reminded me of Kobe and the Lakers. Detroit Matt. I never understood why people give Westbrook so much credit. Almost every triple-double he had, his team lost. That's not true. Miss Mocha Bella. Vince, no BPA for Tree this week. Well, y'all rooting for Tree to get a BPA award? I mean, I'm telling you, any other week she came in second in the voting. She did. She came in second in the voting. I can disclose that. But she can't beat a guy that's going to jail for first-degree murder when he really even didn't have to even do it. It wasn't even that big of a deal. The guy didn't want to pay the tab at the bar. From Max Jones III, got my money on Tree. Togo, Uganda, May 2nd, a fight at the damn fight. Trivia crack. Yeah, we've already agreed upon it, man. Me and Tree are going to go head-to-head on Trivia Crack, where I can see her, on May 2nd at the Tavern Restaurant, all right, for the Pacquiao-Mayweather fight. So we're going to play several games that night, and we can monitor each other and make sure either one of us isn't cheating. from Vince Wright. Tree is just mad I beat her 3 times in a row. Griff, there are ways to cheat. What's the point of playing? I'm not saying the Stewies do it. I'm not saying anybody's doing it. But, yeah, what my boy, the same guy I was telling you about earlier, he pulled my phone. He grabbed my phone and went to the Trivia Crack app. And I don't even play. I didn't pay attention. I don't play it that much. And he showed me where for $25 you can get unlimited lives. Huh? That's not cool. If you're going to play Trivia Crack, why don't you just play on the up and up? How fun is it if you cheating? I'm not saying any of the Stewies are cheating, but it's just brought to my attention. I'm just not going to let y'all keep whooping my ass. And from Sluggo, Vince just got skull drugged in the mud. Wow. Well, wait a minute. I didn't call out Vince to say Vince was cheating. Vince is a very worldly, intelligent guy. I'm not saying him specifically was cheating. That Ninja Doug, you did the same thing with Words from Friends, right? We just had you on talking about that. From Max Jones III, Doug is a sore loser. Learn from the mass whippings. Laugh out loud. Detroit Tree on the mic. That Ninja, she questioned your integrity, Vince. Doug equals sore loser. Busa or Bussa. And you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show. Vince, Tree is calling you out. I don't blame you, Doug. I don't care if y'all blame me or not. I have put a stop to Trivia Crack Online. I am not doing that crap online no more. You're not just going to just beat me in the name of cheating and think I'm going to keep taking it. We can play head-to-head in the same room. Same time, man. Same time. Jeff King, Doug, like Floyd scared to lose, shaking my head. Gary Joyner, we should play spades instead of Trivia Crack sucks. Detroit Matt, how can you cheat? Yeah, and that's my thing. Online, I got to play games where, there's really not a way to cheat in chess. I mean, I guess you could talk to somebody else and ask somebody else about a move, but usually you're not in position to do that. If you're at your house, you don't have a chess expert with you that's going to tell you to move, and there aren't that many chess experts out there. It's all about skills. It's all about skills. There ain't no shenanigans going on in a real game, a game that's been around for centuries and centuries like chess. It's all about skills. It is all about skills. From Leon, working hard for this BPA. Tree working hard for this BPA. From Grego, Jaws still hates the black quarterback for losing his job to Cunningham. Max Jones III, Wright and Mike was hot yesterday. Yeah, Tree, the mic was hot a couple of days ago. That wasn't Tree's fault entirely. That wasn't her fault.
Bullshiggity.
Oh, here you go.
And let me say this. Who in the hell gonna pay $25?
Right. Did I mention
to
that?
Pay trivia.
Yeah, I did mention it.
No, sir.
$25 gets you unlimited lives in Trivia Crack.
Mm-mm.
So I guess what you do is you miss some on purpose just to disguise it a little bit. But yeah, you can play with unlimited lives. What's the point in playing if you use that crap?
$25 gets Vern in a date a night at Golden Corral. No, sir.
And on that note, we'll end the show. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Oh, man. Shouts out to all of my Stewies, man. Thank you so much for being totally interactive on the Doug Stewart Show, the realest, treeless sports talk show, guy talk show in America. Tell one person, man. That's your homework assignment. Tell one person about the Doug Stewart Show, man. Grow this thing. Yes! We are unlike Dwight Howard and Joe Johnson and Darren Williams. We are trying to take over the world. Yes. All right. Thank you, Tree, for all that you did today. Waterhead Walter, Gerald Oliveri, Dwayne Passan, my engineers, thank you guys. And shouts out to all the Stewies. We really appreciate it, man. Tell one person about the show. Come back tomorrow. Even though the show isn't live tomorrow, same thing, same schedule. Jump in the chat room and be totally interactive. See you Monday. Same Doug Stewart time, same Doug Stewart channel. Peace.